Acorn,
Yeah.
we're going to talk about your favorite person again. Out of all the hundreds of thousands that we've covered, there's one person that we keep coming back to because he is the worst, the absolute worst. He is the biggest grifter. He is the most horrible debater. He is just a plain idiot.
Is he a 6'5" Turkish rich guy? Hold on. Is he a Turkish rich guy that like is he the same old guy saying the same old
Banana.
about terrorist stuff that has been proven wrong, but yet people vouch for him because I I don't know.
He's gotten worse, man. He's gotten worse.
God save America.
The Banana Bear Show! Greatest has come again! Hell yeah! The Banana Bear Show! The Banana Bear Show! Covering the sick and the dumb woke. Laughing at them cause we want the smoke. The Banana Bear Show!
Let's get into this. Mr. Hassan, Mr. Goober Hassan Abby, Yag, whatever you want to call him. The worst streamer ever, and has horrible people surrounding him.
A known supporter of a terrorist organization,
No
multiple
way.
terrorist organizations, a propagandist for terrorist acts. And I'm using the terrorist wording because that's what it is. Um, that he is supporting the wrong thing,
I mean,
and then you gullible fuckers that watch him, that all you do is just suck his dick of of his propaganda because you think he's right.
yeah.
Get out of your fucking echo chamber.
I mean, there we go. Video over. No. So we're gonna cover the whole Ethan and Hassan drama. It just keeps
More?
going worse and worse, dude. It keeps going and it going and going and going. IDubbbz is involved.
I was going to say, next you're going to tell me some cuckboy inserted himself into the drama.
Yeah. So we got a content cop, and then we got a content deputy, and then we got a real content cop, which is somebody who is way more based than IDubbbz it has been in years.
Wait,
So
you're telling me the thing that he said that he wishes he never did because he became a cuck vegan after meeting his girlfriend that does OnlyFans when she sucks the deck of other guys. Um, he's he he's back doing what he was known for doing.
but way worse. Like he's lost the plot completely. He
Wait,
has no clue.
now is it what? Well, maybe it's to promote that streamer fight thing, right? Maybe that's why he got out there to sell the tickets.
But wait, he's not part of that anymore.
Oh, is it because it didn't sell tickets?
Oh, no, maybe not. But the same people who did the last two are gonna do this one too, and it's probably gonna be done the exact same way as the last one was, which
In a big venue,
in a big venue with
no ticket
a,
sales.
a lot of people that are gonna getting paid to be there, big streamers that are getting paid to fly out there, and no ticket sales, like you said. But they have a gala before and an after fight touch me thing and stuff.
Sounds interesting.
But not only that, but also fighters have dropped out of it. So,
Obviously,
mwah.
because no ticket sales.
Yep. And
Maybe they could say, oh, if they had tag team boxing, I think you and me, Mikey, we could get one of the locales that we cover. Like, to pick any of them.
oh wow, maybe we could just
I
own
guarantee you,
Creator
every
Clash.
person we've ever covered, we could beat. No lies.
Hmm.
Just allow me to wear one of my Banana Bear shirts. So, promotion. Uh, they could wear whatever type of gloves. You could give me the 10-pound ones, and it'll be fun.
Okay.
I'm not a trained boxer either.
Me neither.
How do I know I would win? Because I touch grass.
And with that, let's dive into this. Check out MorePegasus. He's the one that all these videos are from. Links are going to be in the description. This is going to be like the highlights, all the nasty things, and get you all caught up over all of this drama up until today, which is after Mother's Day, because this is still going on. I think it's kind of wrapped up into something, but
It morphed into a butterfly of shit.
It could go on forever. This is like a never-ending thing.
Updates to the whole Hassan Piker situation. So he starts by defending his mod Frogan yet again, saying she is the biggest
Piece of shit. Did I finish the right sentence?
Yes.
Fuck you.
Victim of all
Fuck
this
you.
drama.
I
US
hate
military?
I hate anyone out there that just says, fuck Whitey. I'm now going to start saying fuck you back. Cause stop it. Please. Leave my America alone.
Who fucking who? I hope you get PTSD.
He's also been planning a debate with H3H3, but he's so scared of losing to Ethan, he keeps coming up with excuses to dodge the debate, saying that Ethan will somehow bring Destiny onto his stream to get him banned. Then we have Asmongold's reaction, Destiny's reaction. Ethan also responded saying he's not going to do that. Also, apparently Hassan has been watching our videos and losing his mind over slop tubers.
I do have to say, who's winning out of this is H3. Because
Yeah.
H3 has been in a cocoon of the drizzling shits doing his little podcast. Just being fat piece of shit. Now, look at him. He looks healthier. He's
Yeah.
actually out there doing something other than and the left wing and blah blah. Now he's doing shit. Oh my god!
It's amazing how people wake up whenever they start getting attacked. And it's like, oh, well, let's see. Who makes more sense? Oh, that's right. The left doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
We got
Still
some more
hard
updates on IDubbbz and Creator Clash 3 with even more fighters dropping out. So let's just go over all this one by one, laugh at everybody's downfall while eating some delicious peanut butter.
It is so funny. It is so funny how like Israel coded this is, constantly.
Wow! Israel coding?
Yeah. I mean, everything is Israel. Or
Mikey, I was called a Jew once by Mrs. Bismarcky. Does that make Banana Bear Israel coding?
On the defense, constantly self-victimizing, constantly escalating, and being an infinitely more powerful figure in the conflict. In terms of the propaganda aspect of it all, it just it literally is the same shit that Israel does. So frustrating.
I hate when people do the word salad. That he just said a bunch of words that he could have just said, oh, he's powerful like Israel is. But he said convoluting, blah, blah, blah,
Frustrating.
Right, so Hassan once again making the war about himself and somehow comparing a war to a feud between two people on.
Yep.
By the way, because this is recent too, I wonder if maybe he did say something about India. Because he's going to side with Pakistan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
India bad.
Pakistan, okay, for people out there, no matter who you are, what country you're on, Pakistan is always the villain, okay? They're always the villain. They are the most horrible people, not the citizens, but the government.
Yeah.
They lie. When they, at the time of this recording, they went after India with some drones and bombs.
Mhm.
You know what they did? They went on social media and used game footage to say they won.
Yeah. Okay.
Online. Also, to say that Ethan didn't get victimized here is completely insane. Your friends literally called CPS on his kids, call his wife a baby killer constantly, sent him human skulls in the mail, but apparently no, Ethan is not being harassed. The real person being harassed is obviously Frogan, just the character.
Oh, 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 oh.
Take off your hat.
And if you get that reference, You just
Well,
know.
May
Control-
4th was a while ago.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, it's probably her favorite day. Just saying.
of niceness and good values.
Every day's her favorite day on meal day.
Base?
She wasn't put at risk of losing her children. She doesn't even have anything that's important to lose. Are you telling me that a Big Mac is not important? Come on.
I purposely left that in there. I love that.
I like that guy.
I love
like
that.
this guy.
Yep. He's good. Let's skip a little
Are
bit.
they allowed to eat
before-
Big Macs?
I don't know.
Sam Cedar me, what a fucking nightmare with like a person that has been banned. I won't be able to.
So he goes unhinged in this clip because he thinks that, you know, if he goes and debates Ethan Cline, that he's gonna randomly pull somebody out like Destiny or somebody who's banned off of Twitch to try and get him banned.
He's the #1 poster child for Twitch. They
Exactly.
would never get rid of him.
Exactly. But
Big old
he
pussy.
goes, listen to this unhinged rant.
To have this conversation with him. I will have to exit out of this conversation because Twitch will absolutely ban me. I know for a fucking fact. Okay?
Hassan, you literally befriended a terrorist on stream, actual terrorist designated by the US government, and you called him Luffy from One Piece, and you did not get banned. You have spewed the most vile, horrific shit for years on Twitch and
this
did
is
not
good.
get banned. Might I remind everyone, the Twitch CEO and the employees wished you a happy birthday, specifically. They did not do that to all the other streamers.
They did not do that to anyone else that I've heard.
Well, that's because he's a 5-foot Turkish guy. Made his wealth.
I like how he
played
short.
polo. He got shorter.
you said 5 foot.
Oh, sorry, 6'5". Sorry, the gimmick doesn't really work with the sunglasses. I got. Man, fuck this dude.
It's
He
good.
played-
It's
He
good.
played fucking polo. Who fucking plays polo? You fucking
Bear.
They literally suck you off under that table every day. They are
That's a
perfectly
different
fine.
type
Show.
With your radical extremist politics, I'm pretty sure you will be fine and won't get banned. And I don't know why he's random.
Clip that shows Sam Cedar agreeing with him to be like, see, your ordained designated Jew agrees with me or something along those lines. And then be like, why do you call me pro-Israel? Okay, that's what he thought he was going to be able to get. It didn't happen. So now I assume his second smoking gun is to probably bring up like Destiny or Dan Saltman in it with the hopes that I get banned.
Yeah, so a little bit of context there. Turns out Hassan
And get banned. I'm gonna get
Has
banned.
Hassan ever won an argument?
No, never. Not with anybody who matters.
And you fucking Hassan fanboys that come over here and says, "Oh, fuck you."
I'm actually.
Tell me, are we? Stop me if we're lying. Has he won a debate? Even if he was on the right side of the argument, I don't think when he was doing those man fucking videos.
No, don't get me wrong. Those are hilarious to watch now. They weren't hilarious at the time. Like they
You're
weren't.
like Luffy. You're like Luffy. Oh, he can't show his knife because then he has to use it. Oh, all those people are missing still? Fucking piece of shit.
And on Twitch. So yeah, I'm not going to fucking get banned on Twitch just because Ethan wanted to do a troll.
Okay, first off, Twitch literally licks your nut.
He freaks out and he's like, I called somebody. They said I would. They said I'd get banned.
You got a day suspension for talking about killing a senator.
It's just
Yeah,
so funny to
this-
see him squirm
this.
like this. Now, Asmongold also reacted to Hassan trying to back out. Here's what he said.
He banned me. I know for a fucking fact.
Oh, God.
Okay?
I love Asmongold.
You got a day suspension for talking about killing a senator. You think you're going to get banned for having Destiny on for 10 seconds? Come on.
So, no, I already have. I've already talked to my Twitch rep. I did. Shut the fuck up. I did already. I know. They said, no, you will get banned.
Oh, he loves you guys. He loves all of you orbiters that surround him. He doesn't give a crap about you.
He's doing it for the holy war of being a fucking loser. Like, but,
These
what do we
losers,
know?
Frogan, Denims, IDubbbz, Hassan, like all of them are just being exposed as completely insane. They're losing everything, destroying their reputations. Their own audiences are turning against them. It's just wonderful. I got a huge smile
On Sam Hyde or Dan Saltman.
out or something. Now, as I mentioned before,
Just keeps going on and on. Like there are multiple clips of him doing this.
We all, I don't know if you said it or if I said it, but I said like when Trump is going to win, they're going to eat each other, and that's what's happening.
Yeah.
And now we're seeing heroes coming from it. Like H3, his fucking viewpoints are fucking garbage for
Yeah.
the most part. I don't agree with it. Not saying I hate him because he said, all that crap, but now he's like, maybe the light is being shown that even if you have leftist opinions, maybe that far left went too far left,
Yep.
and now you're stuck in the middle of a shit sandwich,
Don't be a radical.
and you're realizing that far right is more middle than you thought because it's reality.
Yep.
Hassan actually got to choose Ethan's debate opponent. So out of everybody in the world, he chose Sam Cedar. And this is Hassan's
So just FYI, Hassan was so creeped out. He's going to back out of this debate with Ethan. He's like, well, why don't you debate somebody else instead of me? And he got to choose anybody he wanted. He chooses Sam Cedar. Sam Cedar is a dog shit idiot.
Yeah.
Dumbass.
Oh, dude, didn't he get like slammed by somebody when he was talking about the Israel thing?
He
And he's
always
like, "Have
gets
you ever
slammed.
been there?" He's like, "No." I'm like, "But I have, so shut the fuck up."
Yeah. He tries to clip farm people and get these like, oh, reactions where he can put it on Twitter and be like, oh, 30 seconds. Oh, look, I owned him. And then you go back and you watch the full context and it's like, oh, what?
Yeah,
You
don't trust
literally
anything
did rage
online.
debate. That was it. But he debated and they actually came to like a decent conclusion. It's like, oh, okay, I see your side. I see your side. It was boring because they agreed.
It was in blood sports.
reaction to the debate.
This is such a petty, like the idea that we're going to police. Hold on, let me respond.
ahead.
You want me to
go
respond
ahead.
this?
No,
I
go
don't,
ahead.
like I say, I don't care about this, but if you're gonna force me to respond to it,
I've never seen a man more pathetic. You were so scared of the debate. You got
He's literally standing behind Sam Cedar going, ugh. Yeah.
Because he's a 6'5" Turkish good-looking fellow that has a pool.
to realize that supporting terrorists and openly praising them is bad, laughing at dead babies is bad, lying about people is bad, harassing people on the internet, sending CPS to their houses is bad, wishing PTSD on veterans is bad. These are like normal takes.
Those were just some of the stuff that's happened. Like, this is the first video and all this stuff has happened. Let's move on to video 2.
Okay, massive update to the whole H3H3 versus Hassan group situation. So first off, Hassan's moderator Frogan has just been exposed again for making fun of someone else's appearance after playing victim that people call her horizontally gifted. Hassan is finally debated H3 and he got absolutely destroyed. There's like 50 clips of him getting caught lying. It's just embarrassing. Basically got exposed as a
By the way, I watched that whole 4-hour debate. Don't do it. It was
I've
horrible.
been watching old wrestling clips.
Yeah. That would have been better.
Yeah. Maybe that could be a new
Complete fraud,
segment, so we don't talk about
hypocrite,
dumbasses like
and
this.
an absolute extremist. Even his own followers are in shock that their idol is a complete moron. Then we look at a bunch of
Talked for longer than 5 minutes and everybody's like, wait, he said something stupid.
reactions to the debate from Asmongold, XUC, Destiny, and the general public. So let's check this out one by one, starting.
And you're welcome, because I'm not putting you through actually looking at the debate. You're going to see some clips. That's it.
Like I said before, 2024 and probably like this year 25, Asmongold my opinion of him has been here to now. It's like here,
Yeah.
like for some odd reason, he just doesn't like because of how he's built, of having some form of autism. I think because the motherfucker does not care about
No.
anything. And
I
then
mean, he's
after
rich,
he
he
got his
doesn't have to
wings
care.
clipped, but he got his wings clipped, and he has all this money. He's like, you can't hurt me anymore.
Yeah.
So now he just tells the truth, and people hate him for it. I love him for it. Like, even if I don't agree with everything Asmongold does or
Right.
says, but I gotta say he's a real motherfucker, dude. Like,
Mhm.
I wish I could be as real as he is online, but I don't have millions of dollars. I mean, I'm not losing my hair either.
I mean,
I don't think
With
I am.
Frogan, H3 subreddit found an older clip of Frogan trashing another streamer's appearance, Stardust. It's ironic because Hassan and company always emphasize how she's the biggest victim due to people attacking her appearance.
I was hating
Biggest
ass with ugly
victim.
eyebrows and no lips coming after you. That's what you have to remember. You look at your haters, and it's an ugly ass with no fucking eyebrows or no lips coming after you, and you're like, okay, like I'm sorry you're protecting.
Well, you have no hair.
I'm sorry you're protecting. Aw.
Ooh, I mean,
Prove-
she's
prove me
definitely
wrong.
right about the projection part. It's just insane levels of hypocrisy. But anyways, let's move on to the main event, H3H3 versus Hassan debate. And I wanted to start off with this clip of Hassan accidentally admitting that he supports terrorists. Hassan tries calling out Ethan for being sponsored by Shopify, only to realize he's also sponsored by Shopify.
So I want to say, first of all, thank you to Shopify for sponsoring us. I also want to thank
Shopify sponsoring terrorism by way of, well, I guess they sponsor my podcast too, to be fair. So that's not surprising.
Hassan, your stream is live. I don't think you were supposed to admit that you actually support terrorists, but I mean, if your audience was cool with it, I guess sure. Did Hassan just admit to promoting terrorism? Yes, actually. Anyways, let's get to the debate, starting with H3H3 confronting Hassan about IDubbbz's content cop and how he left out the most important context about people calling CPS on Ethan's kids.
You're misrepresenting what I asked you. I didn't ask you, do you think it's okay that people called CPS? I asked that the video that you participated in, which was a total fucking hit job that used 90% of its clip from an episode of the podcast called CPS Got Called on Me and didn't even include the title of the podcast. Now, do you think that's fair?
I think you should take this up with IDubbbz instead of me.
Okay,
I
sure.
didn't
Ask me
make
a
any
question.
Editorial. Yeah, I didn't make any of the editorial decisions, and
I'm trying.
thanks to creators who helped put this together. And if you haven't seen it, you should go watch a recap of it. I'm not going to play it here because it's old and you should have seen it. You've probably seen it 100 times by now. It's him, the whole wake up, Ethan. It's dumb as hell. It is nothing like what he used to do. It was thrown together.
His girlfriend takes massive amounts of dong that aren't his on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Destiny when he was with that chick that took massive dongs by other guys. And then he took a dong himself and released it. All these people are horrible.
Yeah. I hate all of them.
To Jew.
Ask me after this. You defended Frogan's use of the Sabra tier list. What was your opinion on that?
I think that the Sabra hummus tier list is absolutely insane to consider anti-Semitic.
Let me ask you this, Hassan.
So just you see this picture in the background right there? That's
It's a tier list, and Jew is the worst.
yeah. I mean,
Good
you can see that there's 2 Jewish people in F tier. I mean, that's plain. That's plain as day. Just saying. Just saying.
Here's Frogan's thumbnail for the Sabra hummus tier list.
Also, as infuriating as the debate was, I have to give it up to Ethan for staying on point and making Hassan answer questions, not letting him like word vomit and get away with it.
Yeah.
Like
Because
that was.
if you're going to debate, there's two forms of debating, right?
Mhm.
Like, let's say if you know you're not a strong debater, a good way to get one up on somebody is it's called bait and switching or filibustering by saying, you know what? Yeah, trans. You're talking about men and women's sports, but you know what? What about Doge wasting our time and money? How about that? And then you're trying to trickle down to go back to the point, but they just keep slamming this side fucking vehicle into your car.
Yep.
And then the other one is just facts.
Yeah.
In the F tier is me and Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro is not in the tier list. He has never explored or used. Why do you think Ben Shapiro is on the F tier?
Ethan.
Whoa, answer the
walk you through this
question.
again.
What you're dodging?
I'm not IDubbbz.
And obviously, Ben Shapiro is at
I'm not IDubbbz. What does IDubbbz have to do with this tier list?
the bottom is because he's Jewish, and this is a straight up race tier list. And I'm just saying, if you swap the races, it is completely insane. Like, imagine it was white people at the top and black people at the bottom. Like, dude, this would be the most racist thing ever. But
no,
Just imagine, hold on. I heard this metaphor the other day. Imagine if it was, who do I want to invite to the cookout? And there were white people at the top, who I'm going to invite, and black people at the bottom, who I'm not going to invite.
I mean, that's just a personal preference. I would have called that racist. But once
mean,
again,
But I'm saying,
I'm not a crazy fucking internet personality that tries to bait people with racist
yes,
thoughts.
right,
Like,
yeah. Yeah.
apparently, in Hassan's line of extreme politics, it's okay to be straight up racist, right? Now, Ethan proceeds.
Anti-Semitic trope. Call that. This is what dog whistles are. You whistle to other people, and you have it's subtle enough that you
Ethan,
have
people
plausible
being mean to you is not
deniability, so that when you get
anti-Semitism.
accused of being anti-Semitic, you can call the accuser crazy, which is exactly what you're
Ethan,
doing. You are a
Ethan,
anti-Semite,
Ethan,
and you've been caught out 3
Ethan.
different times calling me crazy for very viable examples of anti-Semitism that you should at least be able to admit are at least not insane. Maybe a misunderstanding, but not insane. But no, according to you, they're all hallucinations. So go ahead and tell me why you're not dog whistling.
Yes, because people having an issue with your statements.
Oh my god, dude, the way he talks, what a condescending douchebag.
Yes, condescending, and then he's also using it to think of something to say because he is not a quick thinker. So he's like, so here's a Hassan answering you. Tell me why you do that. Ethan.
well, this is the point. Now, you got to listen to what I'm about to say to you because it's very important. And lo and behold, you bring up the question you brought up. First, it affects me a way of I'm offended. And you see what you just keep grinding the
going
gears
on,
until something pops. But the problem is,
He's dumb.
nothing pops.
Yeah. It's
So
like
he's just dragging it on for nothing.
have you ever halfway screwed in a light bulb? That's Hassan. Half screwed in light bulb that kind of blinks every once in a while.
A 6'5" screwed in light bulb Turkish man at the pool.
$3 million
polo.
house.
Play polo as a child. You know how rich you have to be to play polo as a child?
And Ethan completely nailed it here. Hassan just uses other people to achieve his goals, and
Absolutely canceled. He's probably not even able to reimburse most of the fighters for the time they trained. How is that not a train wreck?
Ethan,
I'm just saying.
I am not IDubbbz. I don't care about your petty vendetta against IDubbbz. Play the
You are video.
clip.
Hassan, what's your opinion? I'm not IDubbbz.
How
Yeah.
I see Israel, because
You're
you
in
don't
the
see
video.
that when you listen to Hassan and you hear all these fucking
Yes, you
like,
ruined a
lefties talking
charity
about
event.
some
I hope
super
you're
racist,
proud.
like,
here's the facts.
Whoa, whoa. Creator Clash 3. You ruined a charity event. Creator Clash 2 lost $50,000. I think more than that, but I'm being generous. Lost.
The only reason why that shit blew up is because it was around the pandemic and people wanted to go outside again.
I will
And
be
they got
fair.
invested with these streamers. And now, Mikey, because we've been out of the pandemic for 5 years now. You know, we have people that love the Banana Bear Show that like us as personalities, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
You know, maybe it's from what we say and all this stuff. Now, if we did this during the pandemic and talk about the same shit, right?
Yeah.
We may have had more because, you know, people would relate maybe and all that stuff. But that goodwill or that investment would go away when you touch grass. And that's what people have done in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Some people haven't. And
No.
you enjoying us or liking us doesn't say that you're not touching grass.
Right.
I'm using it as an example of like streamers. We're just people on fucking camera. But we're not more important than you.
No. And we are.
We have probably better opinions than a lot of people, but.
And we are most likely in the same situations that you are. Like, we are actually a good representation of probably what you are. More than 90% of the streamers you watch.
Yeah, like Osmond Gold, right?
Yeah.
I said how cool he is and stuff. He's a fucking millionaire. He doesn't have to work another day in his life. If he never fucking streams again, his children don't have to work ever again.
And his
That's how rich
children,
he is.
and his children's.
Well, in this economy, I don't know, but I'm just saying, like, that's the amount of money he has. And like, you know how like, people say like Elon Musk, oh, he's weird. He says some random shit, or even Trump, because when you have enough money, the fucks you give go away.
Yep.
Now politicians, they're liars, so they lie about everything.
Oh yeah, that's all about getting reelected.
Even if they have the money, who's the guy? Bernie Sanders.
Oh yeah.
Right? Everyone loves that guy. You know, but he has to take those private jets because he's not gonna wait at, you know, United Airlines like you and me.
I believe the word he said was, "I'm not a peasant like you all."
Oh, did he say peasant?
I'm fairly certain.
And I love how the person talked to him is like, but you're fighting the oligarchy. But you are the oligarchy.
No.
Well, the healthcare. Fuck him.
Ethan did not ruin anything. You and your friend group ruined this charity event because you are so extremist and so unlikable that the general public, after seeing this drama online, decided not to support this event and use their time and money elsewhere. It's not Ethan's fault that people realized what a massive scumbag you guys actually are. And if IDubbbz didn't release the content cop and start this whole thing, the event would probably be fine. And honestly, you guys don't have a good track record.
No, I disagree.
No, because it's because somebody brought this up. I forgot who that was covering the content cop. Not once did he say anything about that fucking event.
Nope.
Which it would have been perfect to do because that motherfucker hasn't made a video in years that everybody cared about.
No,
and then he makes content cop about somebody that people are like have an interest in. You could have done some promotion, but nope.
Is it endorsing this guy?
The content that I'm consuming from a guy who I do think is doing well-sourced, well-researched YouTube essays, who also happens to be a fucking freak.
Yeah, guys, it just happens that the abs.
So, he's talking about Bad Empanada. So there's this thing. So Bad Empanada went after Hasan for good reason, and got unhinged and did some stuff. So Hasan's like, I'm not going to watch your videos. Then all of a sudden, magically, Bad Empanada goes after Ethan. And Hasan's like, you know, he's based. He's fine. He does good video essays. He may be a little crazy, but he does good video essays. So I'm going to have him on the stream. I'm going to watch him. I'm going to watch his videos. This is the same guy that has moved away from the United States because he's so unhinged. This guy. is unhinged. Don't watch Ban Empanada. Horrible person.
Absolute freak psychopath is
Pacifist that sees the good in people. What's so confusing about that? Not kill Zionists, not nuke Israel, not a pike through Zionist assholes.
I can't believe we're once again discussing the posts of a dude in Yemen.
You
who
really
is
like to do
19
that.
years old.
yes, just a guy from Yemen, guys. A guy who bombed.
Not a terrorist at all. Just a dude from Yemen. Don't worry
Well,
about it.
you know, if you shows that knife, Mikey, it has to have blood on it, and it has to be that dirty Jew blood.
This guy
while
is
you
not
remain
like you.
broke and
This guy is not like you.
Oh, dude, he's a 6'5" Turkish, half screwed in light bulb that has a Porsche.
Example, I mean, Hassan basically said that it's acceptable and okay to target innocent civilian ships and then take those civilians hostage, and it's a means of negotiation or some type of pressure. Now, in my opinion, I mean, you're basically endorsing a terrorist organization at that point. I mean, this is terrorism. I mean, if you look at the definition,
It's a definition,
of it,
yeah.
that is terrorism. And so I don't know what's going to happen with that. Should Hassan be banned for that? I think that if you make a liberal reading of the TOS, it's undeniable that that would be the case.
I mean,
Huh. He should be banned. He should always be banned.
You were triggered by this CPS harassment thing.
okay, IDubbbz has just dropped a
That's what he sounds like.
Yep. So this
Dude,
is kind of
just imagine like being with a woman that has sex with other people on camera, and you just take it like a little bitch.
that's what your face would look like right there.
No, your voice would sound like that too. Come on.
Our charity event.
I don't know if you know
Don't it
this,
be a
but
great
the
event?
last year they lost $250,000. To be
I know, man,
charitable, you
I
actually have to
know,
give
I know.
money.
Sorry, 250,000. I knew 50,000 was in there. I
So,
just
so
forgot
when you're
the
in
fr-
debt, for a charity thing, do you take it away from the charity?
No, it comes out of your pocket.
Oh, okay.
That's why he's poor-ish. Other than the money his wife makes doing her,
Sucking dick of other
Ingrained.
people, yeah, huh?
yeah, that.
Money to
Oh, I
charity,
know, you-
Hassan.
yeah. IDubbbz just doesn't like people pointing out.
It's going to be worse than TanaCon. Can't wait for them to blame us for their failed event. Don't worry, Ela. I'm not going to blame you guys for anything Creator Clash related. I know you're terrified of taking accountability for anything, so that will rest solely on my shoulders. But I can't speak for the internet. The internet might actually blame you guys for it.
Hey, dumbass, it's me, the internet. We don't blame Ethan for the event's failure. We actually blame you, IDubbbz. We blame you and your group of disgusting.
That right there. That
Hey,
right
you're-
there.
You know what's funny?
What?
How can somebody take like the weight of on their shoulders when they have no shoulders, and they're a little cuck boy that watches their wife suck dick of another person
Yeah,
for money?
yeah. And has a podcast.
He's got to have
where-
a small fucking cock, dude. I mean, that sounds really gay on my part to say, but it's a visual thing that I like to interpret how I feel about this cop guy. He used to make great videos and bring up things that were content and content cop,
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere he becomes a cuck boy.
Mhm.
He starts saying, "Oh, I wish I never did that." Other than the fact, the reason why anybody knows this motherfucker is because he did it. It's like Mikey. We're veering off of like some of the like locales because like it, it's getting fucking boring.
Yeah.
But that's like us saying, we should have never talked about Cyrex. He was actually a retarded person, and it makes us look bad. But I can tell you, or to future self, if I ever say that, I'm lying. I enjoy talking about the guy that has no mental, disease of himself. He's just a horrible person.
Yeah.
And bringing light to that and us getting, I guess, views because of that. In no way, shape, or form do I have any regrets on that. So I'm more of a man than content cop right now. And on top of that, I don't have a girlfriend that goes on, OnlyFans with other people's penises in my mouth.
We don't have any ownership. We are, you know. I think just going to be known as the founders of the...
You did one good one, and that was it.
Yeah, usually when the sequel fucking bombs, you don't do a third one.
Yeah.
For us.
Oh my god, Ethan, you're such a snowflake. Did you get triggered by the CPS call, Ethan? Jacking the movement and misrepresenting them, Trogan have probably turned more people away from the cause than anybody on the internet. Then IDubbbz talks about the CPS call.
You were triggered by the CPS harassment thing, and then you immediately equated Anissa and I to it. That was sloppy, and that was horrendous, and it was horrendous for us.
Oh my god, Ethan.
Okay. Okay, so this is the thing that set me off on all of this. Like, as much as all of this sucks, the CPS call is the thing that pissed me off. Because it's like, they're trying to short it. Like, you got triggered, it's just
It's not
somebody
that big
in
of a
our
deal that
audience.
people called, services to take your children away from you. Come on.
Over lies.
Don't be a dick.
It
Come
was
on.
over
It's like me ordering you a pizza, Mikey. Come on.
like this thing pisses me off, and then this pisses me off even more. And there's this whole thing with it. He's talking about his empathy meter. It's like it's only a quarter full.
His wife's cock meter's way more full when she's taking other people's cocks in her mouth, doing OnlyFans and funding this asshole's life because he doesn't make any money.
He does a podcast with her.
We might actually be in an episode of Severance. Then IDubbbz pulls like the most manipulative shit I've ever seen and somehow tries to justify the CPS call and says that it had nothing to do with the video.
The main criticism that I was seeing online with my video from Ethan and Hila is that I didn't mention the CPS call.
There's really just one central point that I want to make here. My good friend Ian, in his hour-long takedown, did not mention one time Child Protective Services.
I wonder why I wouldn't mention the CPS call. Could it be that the CPS call happened the same day that you were shit-talking me, and I didn't have any chance to defend myself? You just immediately, in the same podcast, right next to each other, said, CPS call was very traumatic, and then you said, Ian and Anissa. And you linked those together, you kind of layered those flavors, and then Anissa and I got a bunch of harassment. We had nothing.
Because they're linked.
Well, I mean, Mikey, it's a bunch of flavors mixed together, kind of like his wife having one cock that tastes like something else, and not his cock because, it's another guy, on video while he watches it.
Beside that, those two things are linked together. Like, he literally, like, if somebody were to come out and do that to me, I would expect you to be like, that's a shitty thing to do. Like, that is very simple. It is A plus B equals C.
It's like being swatted. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Don't do that. Don't do stuff like that. Stay out of these people's lives.
Oh, but we have to teach it because they don't agree with my opinion.
And then later he even says Ethan deserved the CPS call. So let's not act like you don't completely agree with the call, you absolute gas.
He agrees with the call because he's made to agree with the call. Even if he did disagree, not only would his wife completely screw his life over, not in the fun way.
Yeah, no, because he doesn't get screwed by his wife. She screws other people on film, on OnlyFans.
Yep. He would get taken down by Hassan and his lackeys too. Like, at this point, he is so deep in this, he has no choices. His life is going to be ruined. Like, even
Is
if
that what
he
he's doing in
were-
the background? Is this on?
Yeah. Yeah. He's like...
Because obviously, on Larry.
Ethan's kids eating dog shit days before the CPS call.
Why does it have to be anyone else's fault but your own? Take some fucking responsibility. It's just so bizarre that Ethan would expect Anise and I to make a statement when Denims herself already made a statement about it and said that she does not condone calling CPS.
So we're talking about CPS. 1, I don't condone. 2, I've never condoned it, and you will not be able to find a clip of me saying, yes, we should do this, because it doesn't exist. I've literally given Ethan Cline credit on multiple times or multiple instances, and I will do it again right now, for not showing photos of his kids.
Wasn't Denims the person who said it doesn't matter if you call CPS because kids don't form memories at the age of 3 and they actually can't have any trauma at the age of 3? And then didn't she directly read evidence that contradicts what she said and still said that, oh, kids still can't form memories at the age of 3? IDubbbz is doing this thing where he will believe.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Did you see what her hands were doing?
Yes. Yeah, I did. She's ridiculous. All right.
She's hot though. I mean, I'm not gonna.
She's not. She's not.
Yeah, yeah. Come on, man. That's like saying the
Hassan
chick that
Piker-
plays Snow White wasn't it
No.
isn't decent looking. I mean, like in that movie, she's horrible looking. Like, ugh. But like, that's like, don't lie to yourself. You know, come on.
Not my type then.
It's kind
Is
of
that
like,
better?
you know, if you live with somebody and you're like a significant other, then they have sexy time with other men on film to pay your rent.
Nice.
Fucking cuck.
Okay, IDubbbz just got exposed in a new content.
So this is one thing I want to. This is a true content cop. Do not watch any more of IDubbbz clips. Go watch this guy's, please, because it is so hilarious. It was like watching the old content cops.
So
Cop
is it
video
like
that is
content DEA? Like a cop of the cop? Continue.
Yeah, I don't-
Absolutely blowing up right now. Now, this was made by a YouTuber who seemingly doesn't even do commentary, at least from looking at his channel. It seems like his first
yeah, it's crazy. Like there's nothing else. Like he has gameplay video on his channel, and
Mike,
he
you
comes
got
out
to
of
get a
nowhere
cop
with this.
uniform. You got to start doing that gimmick. I mean, I already got the shades. I can't do any more. You got to get that cop fucking hat on. You got to be like, look at this cock. And then go from there.
Maybe I should. I should be the new content cop.
Banana bear
commentary
cock.
video, and the quality is already better than IDubbbz's content cop on H3. And he basically stays true to the format. He does a bunch of skits, he criticizes IDubbbz in an entertaining way, and he calls out his glaring hypocrisy. So I'm just gonna go over some of the highlights of the video as we do.
I don't even want to do that. Go check out his video. Watch the whole thing. It's perfect. Now to get caught up with the final
Hassan
thing.
Piker is
Idiots.
completely losing his mind. He's now going around desperately trying to slander people. He says that Asmongold thinks brown people are inferior and will laugh if they are ethnically cleansed, which is insane projection coming from Hassan.
Turkish people are white. I know. Oh, my white privilege is talking right now. But, like, I still don't get where you think you're special because you're in a group. We're special because we're banana bears, because we're very rare. Okay? We don't really fucking care about, you know, other people's opinions other than our own.
Yeah.
Right? And we're always right. The fact of the matter is, it's not like, oh, because we're right people, you know, I'm right. No, it's because we're banana bears. You know, we're a subdivision of whiteness, right? Because, you know, we have like long-term fans that are black, some are Asian, some are women. You know, like, and I would consider them also banana bears, which you could buy banana bear merch at the Banana Bear store.
Hey.
You get shirts, not like this one. This is out, but his propaganda bear shirt. You get mugs, you know, stickers, hats, you name it. So you could be a fucking sellout like us. You know, because
Propaganda.
yeah. So you know, hey, just remember, tax the rich, or whatever this Hassan retard says.
Buy our merch. Don't give it to this guy.
I mean, we barely
By
make
the
any
way-
money. I just like having our banana bears out there,
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
and we're not a cult.
With our stuff, you get something. With this, you get brain rot. Just saying.
Asmongold responded to this, which we'll be checking out. Hassan is also trending on r/India for calling India a rogue terrorist state. And that's ironic coming from the open terrorist supporter himself, Love.
You're telling me India, right? India
Yes.
being attacked by the villain, Pakistan, which harbored every fucking terrorist in the Middle East.
Yes.
Even the bad ones that people have like a bad notion, like Iran, they don't like Pakistan. Like no one likes Pakistan, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're telling me the horrible people that harbored the terrorists, oh no, they attacked these worst people that aren't just 100% fucking like Muslim, like Pakistan.
Yep.
The most diverse fucking country out there, religion-wise. It's like fucking, if you look at the pie chart, it's like fucking like a pizza.
Yep.
There's not a major thing there. You're saying, but they're terrorists. Not the ones that have holy wars on everybody else.
That are actually terrorists. That support terrorists. Yeah.
Of Hamas and the Houthis, Mr. America Deserved 9/11. He's also beefing with another Indian-Canadian commentary YouTuber, Mutahar, from Some Ordinary Gamers, and he's trying to slander him on Twitter.
I want everyone to go to Ordinary Gamer and tell him to bring back those fucking creepypastas.
Really, it is rich coming from Hassan. He is exactly the type of guy to divide people by race and skin color, incite people to hate each other, and just encourage more and more racism. And I think people are sick of it. People are sick of this D-bag sitting on his throne of lies and slander, and then accusing other people of the same shit he probably thinks. Now here we move on to a clip where Hassan is mad at the Pope being American.
Why would he fucking care to begin with?
Here, let me play it for you.
This Pope isn't woke, is he? I mean, he was chosen by Francis. Like, he was one of the people that Francis chose, but Francis sometimes would do like a little bit of centrism. He has some woke qualities, but he's nowhere near as woke as Francis. Francis was a socialist. This is an American. I'm just saying he's American, and I think Americans are gross. Americans do not have
America bad.
I mean, we are horrible.
But
if you look at it, so if you compare it to like going to like how many Americans go to other countries and fuck up, come on. But I'm saying only this as a joke, kind of. But as an American and having most of his audience be American, and you still watch him, that makes you worse than a cuck. Because you're just like getting slammed into your asshole, and you're asking for more. You submissive fucking bitches.
And he does it to you. Like, you take it in the chat. Like, you type something out he doesn't like, he's going to yell at you. He's going to call you names. He's going to ban you, and you're going to come back after you get unbanned. Stop it.
Like Mikey, for example. They're like, you pasty white motherfuckers. You don't have any right to talk about, fucking Middle Eastern stuff. I'll be like, oh, okay. Sorry I'm so pasty. The sun doesn't agree with my Irishness sometimes. But I wouldn't ban them.
No.
At least they didn't call me a Mick or something.
Even then, it's just words.
What? I have so many jokes.
Discussion is you have only worn it maybe once in the last 2 years. No need to take it the wrong way. I don't care. Yeah, it is a performative gesture. What do you mean? Yes, it is a performative gesture. I don't care. If you are presenting yourself as a pro-Palestinian community, why would you actually have an issue with such a performative gesture?
Well, because it's not genuine, you absolute moron. You just admitted it's a performative gesture. You literally just wear it to...
Everything Hassan does is a performative gesture. He is a grifter. He just wants your money. That's all he cares about.
Mikey, I wear the shades. It's a performative gesture. So I've seen on Reddit that it's because I have a raging cocaine addiction, and it's to hide my fucking my coked out eyes. But it's a gimmick. It's to make me look different, because I have a very plain face. And like today, I wore the American ones because I'm American. I have an American title behind me because I'm from the United States. And it's, trying to get like the American flag going, patriotic, to gear myself up for this fucking piece of shit that you forced me to watch.
Yeah, this guy right here.
Yeah.
Piece of shit. And with that, you have been caught up on most of what has happened. There's some extra stuff with Denham's is saying she's gonna sue Ethan for slander, even though she slandered him first, and then she deleted all her videos.
Mikey, we've been covering this stuff for a while.
Yeah.
I've made this point with the lol cows, but it's also with these people too. Everything's a wrestling promo. I don't take anything that anybody says to heart because it's the fucking internet.
Yeah.
And they're not saying it in front of my face.
Yeah.
Right? Like a lot of people would go up to, hey, BananaBearShow, go fuck yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Cool, bro. Now if they were in front of me being a 6'2", pacey white guy that somehow has a crippling addiction to cocaine. So I wear the shades all the time, I guess.
Oh.
They wouldn't say that to me because I'm a 6'2", big, pacey white guy with a cocaine addiction.
Let's be honest, most of them don't come out of their basements, man.
Exactly, I know. But like if they did and they showed up and stuff and they said that and they proved it, that would be different. But because this is wrestling, this is all fake. He's just a bad wrestling promo. He's like the Ultimate Warrior, just talking nonsense.
Bad everything.
He's a terroristic version of the Ultimate Warrior.
Ooh, mwah, love it. And with that, go ahead, finish.
Oh, no. I was gonna say from parts unknown, but it's Turkey. Because he's a 6'5", rich, tall guy that has a pool, play polo as a child.
And with that, we'll call this an episode. Be sure to like, subscribe, share the video with everybody, especially if you know somebody who likes Hassan, because they need to hear this more than anyone else, because they just love his abuse. Check out the Banana Bear Show shop and leave in the comments, where do you think this is going to end? Do you think Hassan's going to get banned off Twitch?
You're funny, Mikey.
Do you think that Ethan's going to sue anybody? Do you think that
You're funny, Mikey.
is going to get sued? Do you think anything will come of this at all?
Nope.
With any kind of substance?
Nope.
Of course not. It's just drama on the internet, and you've wasted your time in figuring it out.
Thanks,
But
Mikey,
you love
for wasting our
hearing
time. Thanks for wasting my time, Mikey. Make me look like a pasty white guy that hates the brown people that are white too.
Yeah. Don't like Hassan. Don't watch his stuff. Don't engage with his orbiters. Come check out the Banana Bear Show. Watch us talk about these hateful people. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Fucking terrorist piece of shit.
And he did screaming his poo-filled cries. Cyrax covered in scabs with bedbugs lies. The Banana Bear Show! Subscribe and buy a t-shirt. Lockout coverage makes you laugh till it